Hi guys, welcome to the video. This is Hardly Gaming, and this is the wee guide I'm going to be putting together for the driller. I've got up to level 22 with him. I have put about 80 hours into this game now so far, so I'd like to think I know roughly what's good and what's not. I have tried most of the driller stuff. The only thing I haven't tried yet is this plasma pistol thing, but everything else I have been using and trying. So yeah, let's just pop into the build. So I am sitting here in my kind of other ship area. I'm going to head over to this terminal. I shall open up my driller. Now, the perks I'm using are the deep pockets, which adds extra capacity for minerals. When you add in the stuff you get from your armor here, you can carry up to 60 of each mineral. I'm using Thorns, which is a really handy ability, especially against those really like hordes of small annoying enemies. Every time they hit you, they take 24 damage. That basically means you don't need to worry about the wee one, because they'll just die when they hit you. I'm also going to be using Born Ready, which I find is a really useful ability. Basically, unequipped weapons automatically reload after 5 seconds. Now, considering some weapon reloads are close to 5 seconds, you may as well just basically swap between your 3 weapon abilities, and always be reloaded. Now, this actually takes effect when you're mining, so you can use your gun and immediately go into mining materials. Whilst you're mining, your gun will reload. So yeah, it saves time, and it means that every time you pull your gun out, you know it's ready to go. I'm also using Field Medic, which is a really handy ability to have in team play. What it does is you can revive teammates faster, and then once per mission, because I don't think this is maxed out yet, but once per mission you can instantly get a teammate back on their feet. And how many times have you guys wiped because one guy's like the big damage dealer in the group's gone down, you can't get back up, and suddenly you're swamped and you're all dead. This way you can just jump in, get him back on his feet, and away he goes. The weapons I'm going to be using, Flavor. Now, I have tried the cryo cannon. Gotta admit, didn't like it much. It looks good and I like the effects, but it's just not as powerful, I think, as the flamethrower. So I'm sticking with this flamethrower, and the setup I'm using for this is a high capacity tank, so you get more ammo, triple filtered fuel, so the enemies go on fire quicker. The longer they're on fire, the more damage they do from burn. The more fuel again, more ammo, and more fuel again, more ammo. And the last one is heat radiance, so whenever I triggering this, whenever I'm using it, anything nearby is also hurt. So anything sneaking up behind me, so this is very handy, those waves where you get hit with huge amounts of dozens of the way enemies. You can quite quickly just chew your way through them. This plus the fact that any enemy that hits you takes damage, and then as you'll see even later on, when my shield breaks they also take damage. Basically means you're an AoE tank. That's what I would go. I haven't actually got an overclock yet for this gun. I've done quite a lot of missions with the driller, going into like high level missions, but I've yet to get an overcharge from. My second is the Subata, the standard pistol. I like this, it's got a lot of power, it's very accurate. And what I've done with this is extra magazine capacity, increased damage, extra ammo, high velocity rounds, so increased damage again, and then bonus fire damage to burning targets. So hopefully, if I'm pulling this out, it's because everything else around me is on fire. This I find really handy for hitting the weak spots of the flying enemies and maybe stay slightly out of range, or just basically shooting at anything at range. It's actually quite nice. Certainly not as powerful as the other classes' long range weapons, but you more than make up for it in close combat. I do want to get this. I probably do have the money for it, but I just haven't got quite round to buying this yet. I will give it a go, and then I'll update it. And I do have this ability here, chain hit. So every time I hit a weak spot, the hits ricochet into nearby enemies. That's quite nice. It basically means that your one shot becomes free. Pickaxe as usual. I've got extra aerial effect. I find this really handy. This is actually really nice. When you go to revive someone, you can run in and just do an AoE melee attack, kill everyone that's attacking that downed person, and you mean that even then use your ability to instantly get that person back on his feet. For my satchel charge, which is what I'm using up here, I have put onto it better damage, because I use this against the heavies as a kind of initial engagement. So I put that on, and I put on that because it's the only one you use. I put on volatile compound, again damage. And last one, blast carves a large area. These other ones here, stuns creatures from the blast, chance to scare enemies from the blast. My blast, I'm hoping, is going to kill most things. So that's my goal. I'm also using a high explosive grenade just to increase my AoE damage capabilities. I do like the axe, but I'm finding this really handy. I haven't tried this yet. Need to get round to it. I just think there'll be so much team damage from this. I don't know. I'll give it a go. And then, as usual, I'll update the build as I go on, and I'll make videos about it. Now, the armor, as you can see, I've maxed out here again to get all the extra health. Always remember to do this, even if you don't use the upgrades, it still unlocks extra health. And the unlocks I'm using are the bigger mineral bag here to collect even more minerals. I am using the max health increase. This is actually really handy, especially if you accidentally jump, like if you jump for a wall and you fall from really high. Having this extra health is really. I'm using this one because again it's the only one you can get access to. And the last one I'm using shockwave. So your shield breaks violently, damaging all enemies around you in the process. For this, plus fawns, plus anything around you is catching on fire, you should be pretty much safe from the hordes. The only thing that kills me these days are like instant kills from like the big enemies when they do their big power attacks and all that. Hordes don't really bother me anymore. In fact, they usually fire. So that is my rebuild there, guys. Still a work in progress. I have got to, as I said, level 22, which is not bad. I will rank this guy up. I want to try and get to the point where I've ranked every character at least once. But that's my build as it is. I'd recommend, as I said, sticking with the flamethrower. I just find it better, to be honest. And yeah, that's my reinforced power jaws. Hang on. So for my power jaw here, I'm using the hardened jaw tips, which increases my jaw speed. I'm using the faster cooling. That's really nice actually. Basically, as long as you don't overheat, you're pretty much always ready to go. Again, draw faster because that's really what you get here. And the last one is increased tag pressure, so you carry more fuel. This one's weird. I would never use this against enemies, ever, and I don't know why they give you that option. So yeah, increased tank pressure, carries more fuel. That is the setup I'm using for that. So that is it, I believe, guys. That is my build. The drill is a really fun one to use. He's got a lot of utility because he doesn't rely on platforms and stuff like that. He can basically just point and go. You do have to keep an eye on his fuel though for his drills. Don't just drill everything and everything because you will run out of fuel, and you'll run out of fuel, 300 meters up a cliff. So yeah, go give him a go and let me know how you get on. And yeah, thanks for watching. And remember to please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care.